Okay. Hey, energy party people. That's right. It's that time again. So, as we're waiting for anybody to show up, let's go ahead and burn some Palo Santo. Clear the space because I really need it today. Clearing the space. Clearing the space. Smoking out. Not that kind of smoking out. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Wink. Okay. All right. Just waiting and just waiting. Okay, so I am feeling a little icky today and I'm talking to no one, so that's fun. Um, I'm not resentful. So I think we're gonna light up my best friend candle from my friend Sadie that says, "Our friendship is like this candle. If you forget me, I'll burn your fucking house down." Now that's love. Okay. So, nobody yet. Okay. So, well, I'll just start talking. Yeah. So today's show is sponsored by somebody who sponsored the show in earlier days. And they are attorneys at Slaw, and they great barbecue and great legal advice. And if you mention Magic Mondays and order a three-piece chicken meal, you can get that free consult that you want or that you need. Okay, so if maybe no one's showing up today, it is a holiday. It's not a holiday for Dave. It's not a holiday for me, but it's a holiday, which usually means people are watching, and not today. So I already feel not great about how I whined about people watching or not watching last week. So this might help me decide something. Um, yeah. You know what? Let's just get to it. Oh, hi Mimi. I'm glad you're here. Um, yeah, so I'm thinking let's just bring on Coop and well, I'll show well Mimi, since you're the only one I showed this to, I'll show it again. This is what Dave sent me when he got to work today. He said, I realized something today. And I'm like, what? And he said, tomorrow is literally Tuesday. um, because, well, Mimi, I don't need to explain it to you numerologically. Um, yeah. Anyway, so happy Tuesday, everyone, tomorrow. If you're just tuning in, Mimi, I am not feeling it today. If I was doing a session, if I had a session planned for right now, I'd say not today or not right now. Yeah, and I think my good friend Coop is also feeling not super awesome. So let's just, I have very little written down as to what I'd want to share. Thanks, Mimi, for making a comment. Um, yeah, well, let's do this. So I'm not feeling great, and I promise to show up no matter what every fucking Monday. So this is one of those fucking Mondays. And just to add fuel to my already fire, it's like, hmm. Oh, Mimi says we're all feeling the Pluto. Yeah. I'm feeling like, why am I showing up? I know, what an asshole, right? Okay, this is gonna be one of those shows. Haven't had one of these for a while. Hi Karen, I'm glad you're here. Um, Yeah, I'm just not feeling it today. So get ready for extra heaping helpings of human emotion. Um, yeah, I woke up okay. But I told Dave this morning, he's like, have a great show. And I'm like, "Ugh," like, okay. Yeah, I usually kind of look forward to it. Even when I'm not looking forward to it, I kind of look forward to it. And today I'm just kind of feeling, I don't know, what are we doing here? Um, Yeah. So, but anytime I'm not feeling great or I get triggered, like, hey, what a great time on Facebook Live. Um, yeah, I go to this. The universe isn't a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our backs. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So, when Colleen's not feeling it, what is the universe trying to bring to her attention for her highest growth, healing, and happiness? I just love when people talk about themselves in the third person. It's the worst. Yeah. So, oh, Karen says she's been down with the crud, but getting back to herself. And she feels me. Oh, thanks, Karen. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you're feeling more like yourself or getting back to yourself. The crud sucks. Hi, Mary. Thanks for being here for my little breakdown. So, yeah. So I'm just kind of it's funny. I tell myself, like, say before the show, I told myself, I'm not gonna bring this shit up. I'm just gonna fucking go do it. Whatever, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna mention that I'm feeling a little hey Roy. I'm just kind of wondering if I should keep doing this. I hate saying that, but I kind of think, who cares? Like anybody that shows up is probably just showing up because they feel bad if they don't, because I'm a big whining baby. Um, which is a silly reason to show up because I'm sure people have better things to do with their. What am I trying to say? I'm having a fucking shitty day. Um, yeah, so how about we do this? Um, oh, nothing happened, Mary. I just feel crappy and I'm just wondering um, so if I was doing, as I mentioned earlier, if I was doing a session today, if I had a session planned for right now, I would have told that person, not today, sorry, which I have to do occasionally. I hate doing it. And I'm just wondering why I'm doing this. Oh, that's sweet, Mary. Um, thank you. And I feel like I feel, as the kids would say, I'm feeling a little thirsty. So let's have a drink of water. Yeah, I don't know why I be tripping today, but I be tripping. Um yeah, so I had a little chat with Coop just a moment ago. We'll bring him on in a minute, and he's not feeling it either. And he suggested, well, maybe we'll work on me today, which is entirely possible. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Mary. No, I don't need to cancel. No, and that's why I show up for this. Because I promise to show up no matter what, because I want to be a consistent presence for anybody who might benefit. Because I know how much I don't know if rely is the right word, but how much I care about, like, oh, Monday mornings, as I probably mention every time, Tig and Cheryl, true story, their podcast. It's just I know that they're always going to have one on, and just as a sensitive person, um, well, I don't know about you, but I need a lot of, especially in the last couple years, I need a lot of things I can count on. Um, because, well, I don't need to tell you, the world's a little sketchy, or it feels a little sketchier than usual in the last couple of years. And being sensitive on top of all of that, what everybody's already feeling, just kind of is a bit much. So, oh, thank you guys. Thanks for placating my babiness. Um, yeah. So okay, well, let's share the card, the Louise Hay card, that I picked for us this week. Okay. I love and approve of myself. Yeah, and quite frankly, even though I look like a fucking train wreck, I do love and approve of myself, even though I'm crying live to some people. Whoever's watching now or in the future. And I know some people watch in the future. Um, and I appreciate that. Yeah. So, what do I want to say? Oh, here's another one. Well, okay. Listen to my own words. vulnerability is the new sexy. Pass it on. And, and if anybody is sexy right now and has two thumbs, it's this guy. Um, yeah, never felt so sexy. And just a reminder, if nobody heard except Mimi, who my sponsor is today, we're being brought to you by attorneys at SLA, legal advice and down home barbecue. And mention Magic Mondays for a free consult when you order the 3-piece chicken meal. And I'm really sorry to all my vegan viewers. And I'm kind of thinking the vegan ideas going through my head more lately. I'm not sure I could go full vegan. Like I would still eat butter at least and ghee. I eat a lot of ghee and butter. Anyway, fats are good. They're not the devil. Anyway, yeah. Um, Being vulnerable is hard, but it really where the juice is. Yeah, here's another good one for today, especially. I am enough just by me being me and you being you. You really are enough. Whether you earn money today, whether you even get out of bed, you're still enough. Okay. Let's see. I think this might be a good time to read this again too. Oh, well, just a moment of weird. I don't know if I showed this last week or not, but it was just in my emojis. This is a blown up picture of my particular emojis that I had around. I'm not sure why I have this white dude saying why. I think it's a dude. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, but that's just how like, the champagne glasses just happened to be under him, and, it just looked funny. Anyway, who the fuck gives a shit? And let's just show this old picture of me and Dave. Why not? I think it's from, like, 10 years ago, and Mimi, I don't know if you recognize that crystal heart that Dave is wearing because I'm sure I was wearing the same one and that lingam that Dave's wearing, and there's snake bones. Yeah, that was like stuff from Khufu, our old spiritual teacher back in the day. Rest in peace, Khufu. Khufu really helped my woo woo along, and I would imagine Mimi's as well. Um, yeah, and just a reminder, uh, if you want a really kick-ass horoscope, not horoscope, astrology reading, there's probably a better name for it, Mimi, if you want to tell me what it is. Um, MimiClark@gmail.com, I believe is the best way to get hold of her. Yeah, really great. And she connects a lot of dots and she brings her own special woo to it. Yeah. But let's look at this poem. I love Rumi. Okay, the guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Yep. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. Good words. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Thanks, Rumi. Rumi's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. And let's see. Oh, Vicky. Hi, thanks for being here. Um, oh, that's so cute. You saw a picture of you wearing it the other day. Yeah, we wore those religiously. Well, not religiously, Well, if you know me real well, you know how I feel about religion as a yeah. Anywho, what else did I want to share? Shout out to Dr. Cherise Liu, my dentist, who restored one of my molars the other day, and she's so great, and she's so thorough, and I never feel rushed, and she numbs me up like crazy because she knows, yeah. Anyway, so she really pays attention to how sensitive I am. So thank you, Dr. Lou. Okay, without further ado, we're catching up with Koop. We're catching up with Koop. Yeah. All right. And that being said, give me a moment. It's worth it, I promise. Let's check into our saga that we continuously check into. Beard. No beard. Let's find out. So
So
what do we have here?
you got to keep you guys on your toes. Can't be bearded every week. So, well, actually, I do have a little stubble, but I shaved, I guess, maybe Thursday or Friday. So,
Well, cool. So I have to know. So sorry, you said you're not feeling it today either. Yeah, it seems to be going around.
maybe not quite so bad as you. I don't know. Just more like this general Monday. I woke up actually pretty down, and I'm thinking like, God, another day. Fuck, how am I gonna get through this day? Just, but I walked the dogs. I did some exercising. I took out the trash, took a shower, did normal human things, and that's helped me quite a bit. I think I might have some more. And actually, I have come to find, since my mom was here last week, helped me clean and stuff. Coffee really helps. I get why people drink it. I mean, I used to substitute. I used to go to work in an office. I used to get like a big 20-ounce diet soda for my caffeine. I like the caffeine with bubbles and
a lot of sugar.
I haven't had any. I don't do caffeine at all. So my mom was here. We bought some so just a cold brew to have on hand. I microwave up a cup, and yeah, I was bouncing off the walls. So I have markedly more.
It's just in, folks. Koop has determined that caffeine or coffee in the morning, big thumbs up.
Yeah. So
wow, that's amazing.
Almost too much so. Like I had a hard time like keeping. I was like constantly doing things and getting distracted doing other things. It was kind of like what's the word we used to use when people would do speed for too long? You'd be up for too many days. I can't remember. Kind of sketchy. Yeah, I was like
speaking, is it?
Kind of forgetting where I put the stuff and what I was doing, and yeah, and I couldn't have time sleeping at night. So it is a double-edged sword. But then again, I don't know. Then my mom left, and I had coffee, and still didn't do anything. So
well, here's the big question: what do you put in it? Is it just black coffee?
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Because I made a decision when I was a Boy Scout years ago. Because this sounds so weird now. If the world ended, I used to be into like apocalyptic science fiction, like Lucifer's hammer, comet hits the earth. I didn't want to get all dependent on cream and sugar in my coffee in case something like that happened. Not thinking about how am I going to have coffee. Period. I'm going to have coffee, but not cream and sugar. I don't know what I was thinking.
You didn't want to get used to it and love it too much, and then you'd have to give it up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I would have access to cream and sugar. If there was any kind of global catastrophe. Not thinking I'm not going to have access to coffee either. So I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I purposely didn't ever get into that. I never. In fact, it looks weird to me when there's milk in it.
Oh, it's all about the half and half. But I don't really drink coffee anymore, or any less.
Well, yeah. My daughter for years got into Starbucks since she was like in junior high or whatever, going to Starbucks, and yeah, and then that was too corporate. So that was
Pete's.
Dutch Brothers is one that's around here anyway. There's none down in the Bay Area. They have driven to like Brentwood. They've driven for like 2 hours to get to a Dutch Brothers. If there's a Dutch Brothers coffee near you guys anywhere, go to Whiskey.
Wow.
But yeah, that's barely coffee though. I mean, it's a milkshake with a little bit of
a lot of those coffees are dessert.
Yeah.
Dessert in a cup. Yeah.
Anyway.
So
so I don't know. I mean, with regards to you though, is it? I'm just wondering what are you looking to get out when you do the show, or when you decided to do it? What was do you have a goal in mind? Did you think I'm going to get a ton of followers and I'm going to get rich with this year? Or, because
good question.
I would miss it as much as Monday is just kind of, I think Monday mornings is not a good time in general for anything. So I think there's that against it personally, but I would miss it if you were in here. So
thanks.
I mean, if you would not miss doing this, if you're not getting anything out of it, yourself, just
Oh, I
do
would
it
miss
for
it.
everyone else.
I would miss it. But I
Yeah.
don't
So
want it to just be I don't want it to just be for me because I've got all kinds of ways to entertain myself.
well, yeah, I guess I mean if you think if you could spend this time better doing something else, then you probably should. But I mean,
Probably not.
but yeah, I mean, I guess it's all relative, and I mean, eyeballs are nice. It'd be validating, right? But I
I just
mean,
want to make sure I'm not doing it just for myself. Because that was not so
well,
the original plan was well, it's kind of twofold. The original plan is I had been in hiding quite a bit about what I do,
yeah,
like my work. Um, yeah, quite protective, but wanting to do something that could be. I've wanted to work with groups for a long time, like be able to, as a friend of another healer friend of mine would call it, stadium seating. Like, so you can like work on, just like get a whole bunch done with one,
yeah,
instead of just personal sessions.
especially if you want to
But
help people like you do. Yeah,
well, it's all about helping people. So, yeah. So I wanted to do something like that, but then like not wanting to be seen, that's been something I've had to do a lot of work around. Um,
no, it's
um,
okay. Let it out.
yeah, man. And yeah, and part of it was like, oh well, as soon as this happens, then I'll feel better about being on camera. Or, oh yeah, as soon as I start looking younger. So that's never gonna happen. Um, yeah, unless something miraculous happens, but I'm not gonna go under the knife or anything. No offense to anybody who does. That's just my choice. Yeah. So not wanting to be seen, being afraid of being seen for what I do. But I've cleaned up a lot of persecution energy from past lives and stuff. So that's not such a thing anymore. And then the other part, and I want to help people. I just really want to help people. And then the fucking pandemic starts, and I'm like, oh shit, there are a lot of people who are losing their shit. And and I was feeling like that first year of the pandemic was amazing. I mean, I hate that people died. I hate that people were sick. I hate that people are freaking the fuck out. I hate that it had to affect everybody. But for me personally, like I swear, as soon as it hit, I'd been in a cocoon period for a few weeks, nothing happening, and all of a sudden I walked out like a fucking wizard. I felt so in my power. It was
I remember,
interesting.
like you
Like
had a
I've
mission.
been upgraded. Um yeah. And so I felt like I just didn't have time for bullshit. And yeah, it was good. And I had all these great things in place. So like Dave and I were fine. He's still working, even though that was a whole drama, whatever.
I
Um,
remember, was it going to close or not? And
oh my God. Yeah.
you
So
know,
much, so much.
yeah, I remember that. I remember all
And
that.
Dave insisted on being there for his patients, to be a consistent force in helping to keep them healthy. But anywho, but the other part, like, so I wasn't doing something like this because like, oh, how I look or whatever. Um, but in the whole aging bullshit and whatever. But what really kicked it into gear, much as I wanted to help people, that wasn't enough to help people. When I started working with my writing coach for my book, she broke it to me one day and I knew it was coming, but she's like, you need more of a platform for this. I'm like, yeah. And so she suggested this and that, and I decided to just jump in and do this feet first. And I decided to when it started, I said I would show up no matter what for 4 weeks, and now it's been, I don't know, a year and a quarter maybe.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and so yeah, and it's different groups of people have kind of moved through over the year, but it's usually around the same number of people, and that's all good, and that's enough in itself. But when I think about like the things like, oh, I should be better at social media and I should be putting my shit out on Instagram. I'll tell
Yeah.
you right now, I know this makes me sound like a fucking old person. I do not think I'm an old person. But I don't understand Instagram. I just do not. I don't like it. I just don't. So, and apparently that's where it's at, I guess. I don't know. Probably not even there anymore. I don't have the bandwidth or the give a shits to stay up on social media.
Right.
So I
No,
don't know.
that's like, that's exactly where I totally get that. I mean, I have a Facebook account, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. I have YouTube. I have accounts everywhere. And I used to use them all pretty heavily, but I kind of gave them up. I guess it's been more than 2 years, I guess, since I've been a regular participant, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I ostensibly I have a computer, a tech, you know, company here to as a resource for people for support for any software, hardware, whatever. But yeah, that's where I fall down. So I don't put myself out there. But it's to the point where like I know that there are people who can do that for you, and I even consider. I mean, I don't care enough to do it for myself. That's my self-esteem problem, I guess. But if I was getting paid for it, I could probably do it for somebody. So that's the people who do are good at that, who maybe and yeah, they probably do maybe 100 people at a time. I don't know how often, but they do your posting and reply and do the interactions that bring people back and that kind of thing. And it's like, I don't know,
I
just
want
all
my life to be simpler. I don't want it to be more complicated. I don't want
yeah,
to have to be producing content constantly. It just feels so. Maybe it's authentic for some people. For me, it doesn't.
yeah, exactly. Didn't seem organic to me anyway. But then again, I don't know. I'm thinking I really could. I could make a video a week, no problem. I mean, I'm constantly trying new ways to push my whatever I'm doing, my software, my hardware faster. And of course, the only way to really know where the border is or where the edge is to go over. So I'm
I hear
constantly
you.
having to fix things. So yeah, so I can make the video about how I hopefully improve this thing or broke it, and then a video on how to fix it. So, but that's the thing is I don't ever do that. So yeah, I have the content, and then yeah, I know I would never do what needs to be required to get the eyeballs in the audience and the YouTube views, because I mean I see people out there, they have 1 million subscribers or more, and they put a video out, and I'm not sure what kind of ad revenue they generate, but it makes money, So I don't know. It just seems like it would be so easy, but it's just still seems beyond me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Ugh. Like
Right?
it's not so much that I need. Hmm, it's not so much an ego thing for me. I don't think. It's more of a like. I want people to see me for them. I have some things to say. And yeah, that's the whole thing.
And yeah,
I just wanna
so
help people. That's the bottom line. I wanna help people.
and well, this kind of like we're talking about growing an audience, whatever. It's pretty. There's a like general trend. I mean, it'll start out slow, and then but things will become. It is like an inverse square kind of law, and we'll get to an inflection point where eventually you'll just take off, and and then there'll be a huge audience for all this old content that isn't, maybe
You know what's gonna happen?
as
I'll
you
take off.
want.
I'll take off, and then it'll be like, "I'm not gonna say hi to you, Yvonne. I'm not gonna say hi to anybody. I don't have to."
But I just see all these old channels. You look at their history, and it's like, yeah, they were small for a long, long time, and just bit by bit, and then they hit this critical mass, and they get someone posts your link on Reddit or wherever it goes, and
Right.
how these things happen virally, right? They just have to hit that. You get to that. What was her name? The Mary.
Very.
I keep want to say rheumatoid Mary. That was not the disease. She
Typhoon, typhoid,
typhoid Mary. Yeah, because just keep it out there, and eventually it'll spread.
Wasn't
So
she a cook or something and kept on working or something?
she was a cook for rich people,
Oh,
and like 35 rich people like all got typhus, and she was the only common denominator. She was the first asymptomatic carrier. So she didn't feel like
Oh.
she had it. In fact, she died believing she never had it. She never felt it, but she was infecting all these rich families that she was
Oh,
cooking with.
wow.
So they stuck her on an island, and she lived there for like, I don't know, 30, 40 years till she died.
With who?
All the other sick people.
Oh, like a leper colony?
Yeah, kind of. They have there's an island. It's in some small island near New York City still. It's
Oh, the island is off of New York, so it's not even a fun island that like.
No, it was like
Nice
this
and
probably said
balmy?
all the really contagious diseases and
Oh,
stuff.
hell no. Oh, poor Mary.
Yeah. So
That blows. People are the worst.
but anyway, yeah. So anyway,
People are the best too.
so depending on why you're doing this and why you would not want to do it, I mean, you never can tell when all this content that you don't really want to work to generate. It may make this all become a gold mine for you someday. You never can tell.
That's true. Okay, well, thanks everyone. I feel like a fuck ton better. I know that's a technical term and you might not understand, but it's a fuck ton.
It's a metric. It's an international metric measure.
So, okay, well, thank you, Coop, for asking that question because that really helped me. Thank you.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not. Maybe there's no actual convenient time during the week. Monday mornings generally for me aren't the greatest. But
I picked 11 because that's usually when I start working. That's when I feel that's like I feel like that's one of my sweet spots for working.
Well, 11 is good because that still leaves me time to eat lunch and then I have a nap. So, because if it was like 1 or 2, that'd be hard because that'd be like that's prime nap time. So,
Exactly.
but yeah, the whole Monday thing. Mondays are never good. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, as long as we can all deal with being here Monday, I guess that's as good as any other day, I guess. But I don't know.
Well, and especially when I started, more people were in lockdown. So,
Yeah,
it's worth.
Yeah,
I know I had somebody who was watching every single time, but then she had the nerve to go back to college, and so whatever. I wanted to ask you, Coop. So you were going to move in with your parents and rent out your house or sell your house, but you've decided to stay, right?
Well, yeah, kind of. Yes. In response to, my dad. I don't know. I'm getting the impression kind of that he wants to help, and he wants to help in specific ways. And if you don't or can't take that kind of help from him, he like kind of just okay. And he kind of washes his hands of you. And I've had that happen to me many times over the years, and I've seen it happen. And I think that's where he is with me right now. So he kind of pulled the rug out from underneath me, the welcome, which I was kind of ambivalent about anyway. So I said, if you're going to be weird about it, fuck that. I'm like, I'll stay here. Which it's a lot less work. We would have had inevitable friction if I had lived with him anyway. My sister had just her place that she had been renting was getting sold, so she didn't have anywhere to go. So she lived with my parents for about 6 months, and they weren't even talking to each other towards the end there. So it's kind of like that. And
I think it'd be really hard. I mean, I know sometimes it's a necessity. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine living with. Honestly, it's hard for me to imagine living with another adult that's not my husband, or somebody that I'm very into.
Yeah, I'm kind of still like. I mean, it's been a week now since I've come to this decision. I haven't really. Today, I was looking at things to include in a roommate agreement, and I looked at some websites to kind of see what I could rent my rooms out for. So, but that's really about as far as I've gotten, and I can only kick the can down the road so far. I'll, run out of the little money I had. So, and the whole job thing. I mean, I've kind of given up. I'm never going to get another job ever again. But I mean, I got referred for one job and. They get that. It happened. My sister, she had a friend, same thing. Just like, so I guess I don't know if it was my age or something wrong with my resume was pretty well gone over by professionals when I was doing my coding school. So I don't know. I don't know what to attribute it to.
Are you thinking of starting your own business though?
Well, yeah, that's kind of, I mean, I'm even incorporated. I have an LLC and everything, but I just don't ever do anything. Because no one knows. My neighbors don't know. I should if I can put something on a flyer. I have a printer upstairs. I can print them out and put it on people's doors. I haven't even gone that far. To put myself out there is a big, I don't know.
No, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Yeah. I self-promotion. Ooh.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Ugh.
So, but yeah, I can start small. In fact, the guy right across the way, he has like, I can't remember the actual name of the radio. He has an internet radio station, like for 70s music. I guess he used to be a DJ here in Sacramento, and
really,
like, I know he employs someone to do his social media for him, and I know he's got technical needs. He's got special, he runs the server out of his house. So he's got this ultimate.
And he's a neighbor.
Yeah, he's right across the street. He's a super friendly guy, very approachable, and I've just never taken it upon myself to just say, "Hey, you know what? I do all this stuff for you. I can help you." I would be so. I don't know. Like I said, I have some huge blocks. So anyway, and I need to see a therapist basically. So that was part of the deal. I was going to go home. My dad said, "Come home. We'll come live here for a while and see your mom's therapist." My mom, she's not religiously, but she sees him every now and then when she needs a little pick me up, because he's really that good. He doesn't keep you on the line for years and years like a lot of people. Anyway, so he said you can come here for like a month or two, and he was wanting to tell me sell your house, no, rent your house, and then he was telling me no, sell your house. Which
do what I say. I'm changing my mind every 5 seconds.
Yeah, and I wanted to rent it the whole time. Anyway. So yeah, he's all over the place, and he's like basically telling me what to do, and with no reasons, and and I don't want to sell my house and live on my savings, and be there for a month or two. That's not what it was supposed to be. So I just said, well, then I'll just stay here, kind of like in defiance, and kind of like, okay, that's really my only option. So it wasn't like I really chose this. It was like the best. It was the only really available. But I do. Once I came to this decision, I personally felt better. The idea of moving in with my parents and all the other. I knew this shit was going on with my dad. It's like it was really bringing me down more than I thought. Because once I realized, hey, I'm not moving in here with these people, I felt a whole lot better.
Right.
So yeah. So
how does your place look? Like your mom helped you clean it up, right?
I have some suitcases, but and my office still, but I haven't gone through it. Really, I have 2 piles of crap in my office that are empty boxes that I've hoarded that I thought I might need these, So
oh yeah, I know how that goes.
Yeah, so really, the place is pretty manageable. I could have someone come by tomorrow to look at one of the rooms. The rooms, all the bedrooms are totally immaculate and fine.
Oh, good. So
other than
is it move-in ready for
here in my office? Everything's fine. So
is it move-in ready for a roommate?
Yeah.
And the kitchen is decent?
Yes. My mom cleaned the oven and everything. Although I should do the inside of the refrigerator, not because it's really bad, but I put a jug of milk on its side, and from the factory, it wasn't on right. It like it like the splash. I just milk's little drip splashes, and so anyway, I thought I got most of it, but I saw some the other day that I didn't get. So yeah, a few little things. I should not wash, but the carpet needs vacuuming. The dogs are laying all over it. So, but yeah. So I was on some websites today. There's roomies.com, roommates.com, and yeah, there's one other one. But yeah, I think Roomies was the one that had. So I was able to see other people's houses in Rancho Cordova nearby here, what they're getting for rent and that kind of thing.
Cool.
10% more than I thought. So,
yeah. I think getting a roommate might be awesome.
Well, I must say, when my mom left and took her home, coming back here, it was a real downer. Not that I used to live in Walnut Creek. I loved living alone.
I remember that. I remember you announcing to me.
I used to go out. I had Doss live downtown. I would go to Sacramento. The guy, when I was, before I was married and kids and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was alone, but I worked in an office. I saw people every day. It was not a big deal. I thought, living alone was great, but now it's like, every day, all day alone.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I took my mom home on Wednesday. I came back on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. I just kind of I didn't do anything. I was been a big blob. So anyway.
Oh, let me ask you this. Have you looked at the emotion code?
Yes, I have. I've read the first chapter so far. It's upstairs on my bed. So to read when I go to sleep, but there's been like only 2 nights this past week that I've actually gone to bed. I usually like wake up I fall asleep on the couch, wake up at 2, then just go to sleep as opposed to, sit laying there with my light on. So I haven't had as much time, and I'm debating whether or not to bring it down to the bathroom, because I don't know, some people are. I never thought about it, but some people are really touchy, like after the newspaper's been in the bathroom, just throw it away, kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I've never thought of it that way. I mean, I know that there's, air currents and things like that, but I just thought on a show some guy was like,
surrounded by stuff all the time.
he didn't want to bring his lunch into the bathroom at work,
Oh, lunch
his
in the bathroom?
lunch box or whatever.
I knew a girl. She's since died. Another person. I knew in chiropractic school, Susan, and she would go to the cadaver lab at lunch to poke around and learn, where stuff is. Super interesting experience. Glad it's over. Loved it. Over it. But so, and it smells. The smell. Formaldehyde is so gross.
Yeah.
But I remember. Oh, I think Sadie maybe came with me. Like she met me at school. Like I'd have friends come and like, let's go look at the cadaver lab. Here's look at the bucket of penises. Let's look at the bucket of hearts, or vaginas. But anyway, but yeah, Susan would be, she'd be in a gown or whatever, an evening gown. Just kidding. Whatever you call those. And she would just be like, with one hand poking around in a fucking dead body, chomping on a sandwich at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I can do that.
A lot of things don't gross me out. I can talk about poop during a meal, like enemas, but not eating next to dead bodies. Wow. Okay. How did it get to be?
It's good. Yeah, it's like my family. We have a thing. I don't know where it came from or when it really developed, but it's not like we are proud of it. In fact, my mom was embarrassed, but we have noticed that we talk about poop more often than most other people do during dinner.
Oh, well, listen
It's been pointed out to us. It's been pointed out to us.
I had a few days this week. We think we figured it out, but like 3 or 4 nights this week, like late at night or in the middle of the night, poop. Like what? I felt like I read once, like if you poop in the middle of the night, you're in trouble. It's like, oh no. And I said that to Dave, just joking around, and it haunted him. It's like so sad.
This is weird though. I mean, you're pretty regular, it's like, what the hell's going on?
Oh, but I have to just show this. So hi everyone that's shown up that I haven't been able to acknowledge. So Erica is eating, listening to us talking about someone eating next to dead bodies. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Bone. Get it? B-O-N-E. Appetit. Okay. Dead bodies, cadavers, faces, and hands are the most human. They make it the most like real. Especially, well, we don't need to go into that. Hey, let's do some healing stuff. Thank you again, Koop, for like getting me out of that pit of weirdness, and thank you everybody for your kindness and allowing me to be a big fucking baby. Who at the same time, wait, 1 second, I can do this. Loves and approves of herself.
There you go. Easier said than done.
Anyway. But thank you, Koop. You helped bring light to the darkness I was feeling. So I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so let's do some healing. Okay, let's do a grounding real quick. So anybody who wants to play along, oh, thank you, Karen. I'm going to put that on the screen because I'm needy. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so if you're playing along, close your eyes and play along if you want. All right, so let's start with our heart chakras. So I believe heart chakra is supposed to be green energy. So that green light, let it fill up your heart, fill up your body, your energy field, and out into the far reaches of the universe, sharing your powerful heart love. We're going to send that energy down, down, down into Mother Earth, Gaia. Find a spot you like and then bring up some of her beautiful energy. Do a little energy exchange. Bring it up through your feet, up through your body, up through your energy field. And then we're going to open our crown chakras and allow in the cosmic energy to swirl through our energy fields. Yay! Let's see if any dead people are just ready to roll. So my name is Colleen. Yes. It's safe and appropriate to work with the group today energetically. Yes. Okay. Are there dead people to release? There are. So any dead people that are just ready to move on, that just need an escort to the light, no questions asked. This is your time. So, Jesus, are we ready to release those dead people to the light? Yep. Okay. Give us a moment. Okay. All right. So, Jesus, do we successfully release those dead people to the light? Yep. Thanks, Jesus. You're awesome. Okay. So, my name is Colleen. Yes. Is there something energetic we can do for the group today? Yes. This is on my master menu. No. This is on my newer menu. Okay. Why does it sound like it's raining outside?
I wish.
I think it's just, maybe it's a
I
little
don't think
wind.
it's ever going to rain in California ever again.
Oh dear. That's dire.
Yeah.
Never again? Well, it just rained like the other day.
It rains just like Christmas time.
Oh, it's rained here.
No,
In sunny San
really?
Diego, it's
You
rained.
think it was there? Yeah.
Yeah, just the other day. I mean, it wasn't rain. It didn't. Well, it's rained several times since Christmas.
We haven't had rain since
Oh,
maybe since New Year's, I guess.
Sacramento, get with
Yeah.
the program.
Bad.
Okay, so let's see. We're going to do some mystery work for the group. Nope, we're going to mend a vulnerability in our energy field. Yes. Okay, so slow, weird, yes. Okay, we're going to mend our the vulnerabilities in our energy fields with a magic doorway. Yes, this magic doorway is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row? No. In row 2, 4, 6, 8. Our winner is 8. Profound cosmic recognition.
Ooh.
Man, I'm just trying to get some recognition on planet Earth, but profound cosmic recognition? Okay. Great. So, it's safe and appropriate to run our energy fields through this magic doorway and mend the vulnerabilities. Yep. Are we ready? Safe and appropriate from the light? Yep. Okay. Just relax. All right. Did we successfully mend the vulnerabilities in our energy fields with this magic doorway? Yep. Okay, cool. So there's something else to do for the group today. Yes, this is on my master menu. Tis indeed. Oh, this is fun. There's like for reals. If anybody's ever watched the show Party Down, which had a whole bunch of fun people in it. It was only on for 2 seasons. It's about a catering company, and each episode is them catering an event, and there's usually some famous person guest starring as a douchebag or something. But anyway, after 12 years of not being on the air, they're coming back for a 3rd season. So that's pretty good.
Wow.
Anyway.
That's weird.
No one gives 2 shits. Jane Lynch is in it, so that's fun. Yeah, and Adam Scott. You know who Adam Scott
Yes.
is? Yeah, he's like the main guy. Anywho, okay, so we're finding something on my master menu now that I've made that important announcement. Okay, this is in column A. It is. This is in an odd numbered row. No, this is in an even numbered row. Yes. This is in row 2. This is in row 4. No. Okay, we're looking at a portal to be sealed for the group. Okay. Um, all right. This is a dimensional spiral portal. No, this is a seal 'em up portal. Okay. Those are the ones I take care of. The others are taken care of by others. Okay, this is a relationship portal, a locational portal, a nightmare portal. No. Why are my answers so tiny? This is a soul portal. Yes. Okay. And this is for the group? It is. All right. So the soul portal, it's safe and appropriate to go ahead and seal that up? Yes. We're sealing up something that is awesome and we're losing it. No, just making sure. Okay. So give me a moment. One of my favorite stories is involving portals. And I had done some work for a friend one day, some energy work. And then a little bit later that day, I don't know which came first, but it came on quickly. Had a really bad headache, and I was really sick to my stomach. And Dave asked if I wanted him to adjust me, and I'm like, "Mm, no." Like, where even talking was too much vibration, like too much motion. And and I remember thinking, if I felt like this long term, I'd rather not be alive. Um, anyway, and so I had my phone next to me and I sent a text to the friend that I had done some clearing for that day because she too is a magic person. She's a little more hesitant about her magic. Um, yeah, but she's super powerful. And I'm like, please check me. And she did. And she's like, there's a portal. And I'm like, check the kitchen. Cause I'd had all these weird things happening in the kitchen. I just didn't think to deal with it. And sure enough, she found a portal, sealed it up in the kitchen. And I swear to God, it was within a minute. I felt, if not perfect, I felt a fuck ton better. Um, Okie dokie. So, yeah. So if that helps anybody, great. If you feel it, great. If you don't, well, it showed up, so that's what we did. I go where I'm led. Okay, so is there something else to do for the group today? Yes, and we did indeed seal that up. We did. Okay. There's something else to do for the group. Yes, this is on my master menu. It is. This is in column A. No, this is in column B. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row one. Row one. How are we going to do this for the group? All right. I'm being led to my dimensions chart. Let's just see which one shows up and then I'll ask more questions. So this is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row one. Yes. In row 3, 5, 7. Okay. Well, it's coming up as magic dimensioned. Ooh. Are we checking somebody's magic dimension specifically? No. We're doing something for all of our magic dimensions. Oh, okay.
Cool.
So this is for everybody. I thought it might just be for one person, but no. Okay. So there's something we can do to heal up our magic dimensions. Yes. Okay, this is on my master menu. Yes. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. This is in row 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 9. Okay, well, this is a process that my guides call appreciating the unraveling of vulnerability. Wow, it seems to be the theme today, vulnerability. Okay, so this is safe and appropriate for the entire group. Anybody watching now or in the future? Yep. Are we ready? Yep. Okay, if you're playing along, there's nothing you need to do. Just relax. All right, did we successfully do this process called appreciating the unraveling of vulnerability for the group? Yes. Okay, so is there something else to do for our magic dimension? No? Okay, so we're complete with magic dimension. Yep. Okay. Magic happens in mysterious ways. I'm shown this all the time. Okay, so is there something else to do for the group today? There is. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're all right. Okay. This is on my master menu. No. It's on my newer menu. Yes. Okay. I don't know why this just popped in my mind, but if you ever want to watch a fun movie and it's nothing new, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Did you ever watch Sarah Marshall?
I've seen parts of it, like never in order. I've probably seen the whole movie, but never in order. But yeah,
So Russell Brand's in it too, so that's super cool. But the whole spoiler alert, put on your earmuffs if you don't want to hear about this movie. But the main character, Jason Segel, he finally produces his vampire puppet play. Do you remember that at the end? Like he was creating like a puppet kind of opera. Anyway, it's pretty amazing. I don't know why puppets just popped in my head, but you're welcome. Okay, so that being said, there's something on my newer menu. Okay, this is some mystery work. No. Vulnerability, attribute emotion, voodoo spell curse energy, shared chakra. No, no, no. There's technology that's blocking us. No. Portal. No. Accord. No. Shattered energy field. No. Suffering loop. Oh, but you can always count on the good old suffering loop. Okay, so there's a suffering loop that we're going to discombobulate, get rid of for the group. Anybody watching now in the future? Yep, we're going to use a bypass circuitry to disrupt this pattern. We are. Okay, this is in column A. No, this is in column B. Yes, in an odd numbered row. Yes, in row 1, 3, 5, 7, 7. We're using one called gratitude. Okay, so Gaia. So these are handled by Gaia, these bypass circuitries. I see them as pattern disruptors. So Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this suffering loop for anybody and everybody that is being affected by it? Yep, this is safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. Okay, I'm going to hold space for Gaia to do her thing. Okay. So, Gaia, have you successfully facilitated the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of the suffering loop for the group? Yep. Cool. Thanks, Gaia. You're awesome, as always. Okay. So, anything else to do for the group today? Nope. So, we're complete? Yes. Okay. So, let's wrap things up. So, first of all, thank you, Koop, for being here, and thank you for your magic question. And thank you everyone who's shown up. And if I didn't acknowledge you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Koop.
Oh no, that bypass circuitry right there. Just I don't know. We'll be right up. I don't need coffee right now.
Nature's cold brew. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm glad if it helped you. I mean, I don't know that. I wasn't really. I don't know. I was just trying to ask. I'm just glad. I'm glad I was able to be here today. Thank you for having me. And
just take it in,
out there, maybe we should all we should all put ourselves out there too. I guess all of us that get something out of this, and you know, persecution, fear, whatever, often whatever people are afraid of, but you should all post and say, hey, our other friends, we should, maybe stop by and check Healin show out. Maybe we should do it for you.
Hey, how about all of your brothers from Sigma Chi Koop? I'm totally kidding.
Yeah. Well,
one of your brothers, like when I told him about I went to Sadie's years ago, and his name starts with an O.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, and we were sitting around like a fire or something and talking about things, and I told him about just a little bit about what I do, and he freaked the fuck out on me. And it's like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. Yeah, I felt it was gross. And I think I only talked about like releasing dead people to the light. I think he's very Catholic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
got
and he apologized to me later, but it felt really gross. I was like, "Okie dokie, maybe I'll just stay hidden for a while."
yeah,
But
that kind of word kind of goes with him, has gone with him since college. Gross. Just, I mean, a little bit always.
yeah, you're right. Anyway, thank you, everyone. I love you. See you next week if you want to show up. I promise to show up, even if I'm crying like this
I'm here
time.
too. Yeah.
And thanks again to Attorneys at Law. And don't forget about that free law consult, because you know you want a law consult that comes free when you order the 3-piece chicken meal. Attorneys at Law.
That sounds really good
Anyway,
right
thank you so much. Thank you. And
now.
yeah, thank you, Coop. I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time. Bye.